Successful Living with Reginald Campbell.
Don't make me choke you. You be quiet. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I know we live, but I will choke you. Man. Let me see if we can get locked in here. I just see it pop up, say ignoring my present. I want to welcome all of you in to Successful Living with Reginald Campbell. This is the podcast that we share with you every third Wednesday. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and of course want to acknowledge the Greenwood campus, the mother campus, also those that are in person here at the Greenville campus, and of course to our virtual campus. I was looking and seeing how the numbers have really grown and increased throughout the upstate in Spartanburg, Malden, Simpsonville, also in Greenwood 96, and then the international the international group that are watching. So I saw something, and because I'm trying to get in sync, I saw something. We had some new people to join the House of Reconciliation group page. I think there was a lady named Connie Lee, and I think I saw a name named Dennis. So I don't know if they're related or they're together, but I thank you for joining the House of Reconciliation group page. And to all those that I may have missed, it's important because I am going to revise the the website. So I appreciate you finding that I say something that may make a difference in your life. And normally when we talk about money, it is never popular or sexy to talk about money because people don't want to hear it. They just want more money to go do more things. And so I put out something last night that talked about a turtle or a giraffe or a chicken or an eagle. And they asked me what was the topic, and the topic is ignoring your present. And when you look at those, and I do have a homework assignment for you all with finances, because if we don't get it together now, it'll come together later. I'll say it again, if we don't get it together now, it's not about what you make. It's not about what you can spend. It's what you can plant and what you can grow. And where you are today in your comfort level in your finances, it may not be the same thing 3 months from now because of health, devastation, society, and a lot of things. So this is why I say more than 70% of all apologies are meaningless. So what I want you to do, and this is an assignment, is to write and send in what are the 5 foolish choices people make with money. I do have some classes coming up in the month of February. I think one of them is going to be February the 8th, and one of them is going to be February the 29th. That's going to be in Greenville. And then I know I'm supposed to be doing like a leadership understanding or training in Spartanburg. So all those that are in the Gaffney area, the Inman area, we will be coming there. And then I want you to figure out what would be the 5 wise choices with money. And so when you get those to me, we're going to accumulate them, add them up, and come up with the top 5. And you may have more than 5. Here's the thing about money. Most people can identify the problem, but they will not address the issue because they don't plan to do anything about it. They think money will take care of itself. And here's the thing, money will not manage itself. And so as we start this 2024 off, and I'm hearing there are a multitude of Fortune 500 companies that are beginning to lay off staff again. What will be different when something different shows up at your door and affects your income? Here's what happens to most people. Most of the time, money in means struggle to pay bills. So money does come in. But most people never have a budget because as long as they have enough to pay bills, they're okay. So money in, struggle with bills, nothing changes. And I can say this about most people, not all, because I don't want anybody to get their lips all swole. Most people that work 2 jobs never save and never pay off debt. Most people who have 2 jobs extends their debt. A second job is relevant to something that you want to do part-time to pay off something, to pay down something, to pay something forward. Most people get a second job because they're behind, but they never address the financial issues, so they have to keep a second job because they won't change their behavior. This is why I say money in, struggle continues, nothing changes. And here's a challenge. The things that will help is sitting down and writing every bill you have and when it comes out on the left side of the column. And then write down, not your gross, your net income. How often you get paid. What is your net, not your gross? You can never pay bills on your gross income. You should never purchase something on your gross income. A lot of companies, when you get in a car or when you get in the house, they want to look at your gross income. But the flip side of your gross income is your debt to profit ratio. So if your debt to profit ratio is not where it should be, you can have good credit and still be disqualified because you have too much debt. And most people get salty in his or her feelings because they take it personally. This is not personal. This is financially. It's a difference when it's personal. That's why most people are struggling in their finances. They're handling them through their emotions. Depends on how their day went and is going. Many people are fighting with things that they could use to help them. You have to understand, none of us, not even me, can do this alone. You can't do it alone. It's good, it's great to have support. But you must qualify the individual or the company that's going to help or support you. Financial services, mental health care. What does mental health care has to do with finances? If you cannot be in control of you will overspend in everything you do. Let me tell you a warning sign. Is when you purchase the same thing 3 times and you have 2 other ones in the closet. And every time you purchase it, it's a sale. That same style of suit, same style of jacket, same style of color, same hairpiece, men or women, you're going to purchase it again. You got 12 boxes of shoes, 18 bow ties that you have not worn, and you don't think that you need mental health support. Here's why most people don't seek help. I guess some people really probably think I'm talking about them now. Listen, let me tell you something. This ain't church tonight, so I can't say no bad words. I don't even know you. But your spirit identified with my teaching. That's why you're attracted to my teaching. Because you ain't attracted to me. Bald-headed, swole eyes, short neck, 62. Ain't nobody chasing after me. Okay? But I say something that speaks to your spirit. Male or female. Locally, statewide, region-wide, nationwide, international. I mean, people in Iran, Libya. I was in a meeting today talking, and they were asking me about would I be interested in doing something in South Africa. Nigeria is a big follower in Nigeria. Ireland, Netherlands. So something that is being said, you take it personal, and then you get offended when you should take it as, man, somebody can help me. The Word of God said, now I'm not bringing church into this, the Word of God said, if you can get past the offense. And I'm accustomed to people tuning me out and cutting me off. But then I look around and the same people that cut me off and unfollowed me and all of that, now they're back watching again. Why can't we just get along? It's hard. Why? You just here for because you related to me. Okay, I'm gonna be right there when he fall. When he go out, I'm gonna be right there. Ooh, Papa. They want to say, you want us to resuscitate him? No. Oh, Papa, God gonna bless you. It's gonna be all right. Go on home, Papa. Go home. Do you have the trust? Yes, we got the trust. Oh, Papa, don't fight, Papa. Go into the light. Go into the light, Papa. Just tell me where the key's at. I don't have to wait till my birthday to get the car. She's like, for real. What was the title? What we were talking about getting the, what is it? Guap? Yeah, people want to talk about getting that guap. She's like, I got my guap. He dead. God is good. All the time. Miss me, yeah. She wouldn't even come put flowers on my grave. She'd be like, now where he at? It's dark. Listen. It's dark. Trust and confidence can be built. Trust and confidence can be built. And we need support. We need support from financial services, institution, financial coaches, financial planners, mental health care. That's something that is overlooked. It can have you up, it can have you in the middle of the road, and it can have you down the street. And see, here's the catch. Regardless of what spectrum you're on, you're still important. And we care. So, you have to work. I was writing the piece, and actually, I can be honest with you, I forgot we had finances. I did. I think it was around 10 o'clock this morning. I was like, man, it's third Wednesday. No, it was before the post. And I said, listen, feelings and ideologies are time killers. Ignoring your present, what am I saying? What am I meaning? This is the time to stack yourself. It's a great time to be overeducated. It's a great time to have a certification in something other than what you do. Because as the market shifts, you will be able to shift with the market. Because the credentials now may not be the credentials that's needed tomorrow. So feelings and ideology steal time. I'm comfortable. I don't want to do anything else. My company's been here for 30 years or 40 years in the city. While you're working, your company is thinking about moving to another country. They don't care anything about abandoning a building or office space. Do I know? Or you? So we can't let our emotions play in our money. Your money is linked to your future. Your present is what exists. But here's the question of tonight. What would your future self say about your present self? What would your future say of projection for the next 5 and 7 years? If you could see yourself 7 years from now and see how much your life has changed, What would your future self say? Now, some people say, well, it doesn't make sense. I get the pleasure of talking to people in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s, 80s, and I get to talk to everyone on the spectrum. And the biggest thing I'm hearing from the generation that are 65 and above, many of them say that I didn't ever expect to be here. The others of them are saying, I had a pension plan. I had a retirement. I had a 401k. The problem is your 401k and your pension was not built for inflation. Can I take it a step further? On Sunday, when we were riding down the highway to the other location, we looked up what the gas prices was. In 1970, the gas prices for leaded gas was 36 cents a gallon. So you literally could fill up a car for about $2. The average income, I believe it was in the 1920s, somewhere around there, 1920, 1960, $3,269.97 a year. A year income. Household income. You have 1970 money in 2024. So when I say ignoring your present, if changes aren't made now, results can't come later. So the income you have today, because I was reading and in conversations about how there's about 45% of companies getting ready to freeze pensions. It was done at one of the companies that I used to work for. It was owned by franchisees, and they froze the pension for 25 years. So whatever you had in there, that was it, and you couldn't get it until 25 years later, and it would be all you get. So if you were making $3,297.57 in 1970 or 2024, project that 25 years, and that's still your income. Gas, 36 cents a gallon in 1970. Average gas price now, 303, 305, 297. So what it used to take to fill up a car now is only a gallon of gas. What would your future self say about how you're handling your present today? Too many people are wrapped up into the emotional of looking successful, thinking that they're successful, and appealing as if though he or she are successful, and they're not building block upon block. The Bible talks about precept line upon line, precept upon precept. They're not building a block. They're not building a foundation. You're worried about the window dressing, which is how people view you, and you don't have a sustainable income. And this is what I would say to people that are younger. Your paycheck today will not carry your family in 5 years. See, right now you're balling. What is it called? Get your guac. You know, you rolling. You can go, you're bowling, go do your little things, chill, go out to fancy restaurants downtown, you know, go shopping, drink a glass of wine, feel all good. The problem is you're spending your money and they're spending your money and keeping and saving and investing their money. And if you're working their jobs, what happens when they don't need you and technology comes in and can replace what you're doing? Automation. You guys just got purchased by another company. There's a lot of changes, aren't there? And that's just the first phase. So when you look at the statistical data, it says that a lot of industry is going to AI, from office, manufacturing, automotive. The biggest sculpture of where the most people work is what now? And it's shifting. And it starts out. So feelings and ideology kills time because ignoring your present will destroy your future. This is a time to not take it easy. This is a time to build a better you. Strengthen your education. Get that certification. Find another skill. Create something in your family. And quit trying to be so big too soon. Who are you trying to impress? When you talk to real people who do real business, they will hurt your feelings. Get comfortable in process. What do I mean? Get comfortable in processes. Don't look at winning. I had a question in this. It wasn't for this, but I'm going to ask it. And because you already got your homework. What are the 5 foolish choices people make with money? What are the 5 wisest choices? Now, which would you rather have? Would you rather be winning or working through the process? If you win, it's over. If you work your way through the process, now that's sustainable. Winners don't always know how they won. But people who work the process can always go back to the book to find a step that they may have missed. Does this make sense? Don't let your emotions play with your money. Ignoring your present will secure you don't have a future. Don't let people get you caught up into political motivation and different ideologies. Don't get trapped and get in the crowd. You still, and every male, you're responsible for feeding your family. If you have a wife or a girlfriend or a woman in your life that helps, or a partner in your life that helps, you need to be thanking God every day that you don't have to carry the blunt of it. But that should not make you go dormant. You are supposed to be an alpha male. And if you're not an alpha male, you're supposed to be able to still be with the pack. Why y'all laughing? It's okay not to be an alpha male. Why you laughing? Because the alpha male normally is a beast. And if you know you can't take the lick that an alpha male take, bite the foot. Let the alpha male go for the throat. You bite the foot. Bite him on the ankle. Do something. Don't hide in the bushes and peep out and say, we winning? Oh, we don't look like we winning. Let me say it here. Because an alpha male will meet it head on. He don't back up from it. He lock up with it. You may not be one that can lock up. Ain't nobody mad at you. Just bite him on an ankle or something. Does this make sense? Because if not, and I know talking about money isn't sexy and it isn't the most popular thing, but it is a needed thing. Our youth need. I'm going to ask you a question. You don't have to answer. How you have your kids working and you don't teach them how to budget and finance and pay bills? Because when I'm studying, and I don't want to make anybody mad, but I'm studying the Gen Zs and the millennials, and the Gen Zs are telling the millennials to go sit down because your time is over. But the Gen Zs are struggling with a car payment. Now, I can't have an opinion because I got to go finish studying, but it's kind of like maybe not all, but some were given things that they didn't, so they don't understand the metaphor of carrying the weight of earning it and being responsible for it and maintaining it and being able to keep it up. Because the Gen Zs don't even want to buy houses. They just want to travel. Many of them now are saying, I'm going to live abroad. It's cheaper. Too much pressure over here. You better stay over there, because over here they ain't getting no better. Because at one point you could take care of a family for $3,257.97, somewhere in there. And now you barely can make that a month. And if you're making it a month, you're complaining. And you want a raise and you're in the corner on your phone. And don't want nobody to say nothing to you. And then if you say something to them, are you scolding me? Read my lips. Thank you. I wouldn't have to scold you if you would do your job. You're behind on 18 things and you had 20 of them. That's not a winning number. Any questions? Because I'm not gonna tear you all up too much about money. I didn't hurt you. Did I hurt your feelings this evening? Is there anybody out there that I hurt their feelings? That you felt like I was talking to you? Maybe I was. Do I know? You felt targeted? Okay. We have one that raised a hand. I want you to know that I really felt like you were targeting me. I don't think, I don't look like everybody in the group, and, I just feel like you were just exposing some things that, that maybe I shared with you, or maybe one of my friends shared with you. I just don't trust God to give you things. I think you have been looking at my Facebook page and my Instagram and my all that stuff. You ain't that important. I would never get up here to make a class about you, because guess what? You probably won't even show up. You done wasted my time. Any questions real quick before I let you go? Nobody? Oh, you stayed awake this time, huh? Yeah, you going to the Pokemon convention. I said, you sleep there. Go to sleep at the Pokemon convention. Go in there and pay your entry fee to get in, and go right up and then no questions? Let me see. I had one thing I think I did not say to you guys. Here's what I'm really trying to say, ignoring your present. There's an art of decision making when it comes to money. And if you ignore your present, you have just ensured you will have no future. It's not how you look. It's how you're going to be able to live and take care of yourself. There's an old school saying, take less now to have more tomorrow. Does that make sense? All right. Well, I guess since that's it. So are you a turtle that eat what's in front of you? Or do you have the capabilities of being a giraffe to be able to walk and choose and pick what you choose to eat? Or you a chicken. You only eat what they feed you. Or you're an eagle that hunt what you want. An eagle chooses its meal. A chicken waits for a meal. A giraffe can tell what tree is ready and the fruit is ripe, and a turtle has to take what it gets. I had a good friend. He said, I'm an eagle. I need you to call me. I want to know how wide your wings are. Because you have to grow. See, to be an eagle, and I was watching the other day, an eagle can take a full ram off a cliff. A 60-pound, 80-pound, 125-pound ram off a cliff that's 6,000 feet in the air and fly with it. That's an eagle. And drop it on the ground and then take it up by piece to its infant. So what do I say with that? How do you plan for your children to eat and your grandchildren to eat in the future? Because somebody has to be the sower.